This is the day that I will take you in my arms, fill you with my embrace, and give you the kiss of the Son of my love. The Father says today, as you rise today, I want you to look in the mirror and tell yourself, today I will receive the kiss of heaven. This is the day that I will give you the kiss of the Son of my love. This is the kiss of my favor, which is the kiss of paradise. The kiss of the Father is the kiss of my affection, which I shall express in this very cycle of 24 hours. Don't bother looking to the day after tomorrow, because today is the day that I will show you that I have an irrational fondness for you. My holy determination on this day is to make myself known to you in favor, affection, and the blessing of my good pleasure. I am doing this in order to benefit you. The Father encourages us to rejoice. This day will be spent in my embrace, with my breath upon you, warming you and seducing you with my love. So take advantage of this opportunity. Now, labor and toil are no longer present. The burdens that you carry are light and the yoke that you carry is easy. Barrenness and desolation give way to a pattern of seed, fruit, and harvest that repeats itself until every part of your life can only be described as abundant, overpowering, and overflowing goodness from heaven. I am here with you, my dearest. There is no way that I will ever abandon you. These words of hope will emerge fully formed to bless your life and put you over every difficulty if you take the essential component of your faith and combine it with these words of hope. Today is a new day, and every new day is an opportunity to approach my altar, the Father says. Now is the time to approach my altar. Be aware, dearly beloved, that every new sacrifice is met by a new fire offering its response. The connection that you have with me is not one that has become stale. I do not have any feelings of melancholy, says the Father, because I am permanently here in the here and now. Do not turn around and look back. It is a phantasm of memory that is stored in the tissues of your brain that you have the past. Put all of your focus on the here and now. When this occurs, you will feel a living attachment and connection to the truth of who I am, which is a living, breathing reality. Through the breadth and strength of your living connection to me, the packets of grace and threads of power that pulse from my character into your existence are able to make their way into your life. According to the Father, I am not the one who is responsible for maintaining and strengthening those conduits. By directing your time and attention away from the world around you and toward the kingdom that resides within you, you will be able to control, nourish, and deepen your connection to me. Look to that kingdom, and as a result of your devotion to me, it will bring about righteousness, joy, and peace in your life. Putting on the mentality of Christ is the name given to this stage of the procedure. Here and now, the Father encourages you to make a decision to be a believer who believes. It is a prize in and of itself to make the decision to move and act in faith until the content of your faith, which is trained irrevocably on your highest wish, comes to pass. Faith is not a gift that is intended to be used solely for survival. When it is able to grasp the most lofty aspirations and most significant dreams, faith is at its most effective. Therefore, the Father encourages you to dream of a more expansive dream. Hope with a broad mindset, dream large, and plan big. Whoever anticipates and strives to achieve something that is beyond the sphere of the doable and into the region of the impossible will get the resources of heaven. You are free to engage in exploits and climb to the highest levels. Your aspiration to achieve that which I alone am capable of bringing about brings me great joy. When you extend your perspective and have the courage to hope against hope for the extreme or exceptional, you are not going to be wasting your time or engaging in a fantasy exercise. What are you eagerly anticipating? The Father states that wherever your trust goes, your feet will follow in its footsteps. Do not be afraid, and do not be hesitant. A dreamer is someone I adore. Your dreams are the foundation upon which your future moments are built. In the morning, you will be grateful to me for whatever it is that you have the courage to believe for now. According to the Father, this is the launch that you have been requesting from me, and it is also the promise of a brighter day. Here and now, the Father declares, I am one with you in the way that you walk and in the way that you take. Each and every one of your days is recorded in my book as we travel together down the path that leads to the most favorable decision that fate has in store for your life at this now. Neither of us can be separated from one another. There are moments when you feel as though there is a tremendous gap between where you are and where I am. This is a fabrication that lacks any substance or reality. It is the Father who says, I am close to you. My promise to you is that I will never abandon you or leave you behind. During the night, I will make my breath warm you, and during the day, I will wipe my breath over you and make you clean. As close to you as your hands and feet, yes, as close as the breath that comes out of your nostrils, I am. I want you to experience the revitalizing power of my proximity to you today, says the Father. When you are going through a difficult moment, remind yourself that I am a constant source of assistance. Say to yourself, my Father is not a distant God. The response that I will give you when you call upon me is, here I am. I always arrive on time, and I am known for my promptness. During moments that appear to be delayed, I want you to feel after my schedule and trust me. The challenges that you face each day will be overcome by my enabling grace, which will put an end to your opponent and bring you to a place of rest and tranquility. It is the Father's message to you today that the circumstances you are currently experiencing are not going to last forever. Do not base your plans on the circumstances that now exist. The time you spend trying to figure out how to get around what you consider to be your limitations is time that you should not be spending. It is my intention to free you from the constraints that are currently holding you back and to usher you into a new season. During this time of gift that I am giving to you, you will unnecessarily complicate things by making decisions that will have long-term consequences based on the difficulties that are currently occurring in your life. The Father declares that today is a new day. The amount of pressure that you are currently experiencing is stifling the vintage of a new day in which I will guide you in a different direction. It will not generate or yield grief, but rather the delight of a new season and a transition to a higher measure of the things you have petitioned me for in days past. Do not retire or withdraw yourself from the winepress that you are currently in. As the Father says, I will never forget what it is that you have requested me to do for you. Each and every request has been taken into consideration, and I am currently taking action in order to fulfill the desires that I have placed in your heart for this, now, period. Have faith in me. Let me handle everything from here on out. According to the Father, it is a fact that there have been very few who may be considered reliable friends. The panorama of your life has been adorned with the apparent debris of relational disillusionment, which has cluttered the terrain. Have I not mentioned that the path is limited, and that only a select few will find it? Why should you be surprised by the fact that you do not have a lot of company traveling with you most of the time? You are being placed in the skies in a certain arrangement to fulfill my special purpose, and as a result, your friendships and relationships are subject to the arrangement that my hand has made for you. As the Father instructs, look through the earthly, and see for yourself the heavenly. It is not true that you are as isolated as it may appear to be at times. I have ordered the friendships and relationships in your life in the same way that the stars in the heavens are set in such a way that they provide navigational assistance to men on earth. I have done this so that you can find your way through the darkness and arrive to my bigger purpose in the earth. Everything should be held loosely. Excessively love one another. Don't be sad when things change. Instead, be thankful and continue on with your journey. I am leading you forward in the direction of the destiny that I have fabricated for you before the earth was even created. That is the location where the sons of God stand for gladness before the foundation of the earth, and that is also the spot where you are taking your place in the pantheon of my home for all eternity. According to the Father, you have been hired today. You have been put on contract to work in my vineyard. What you should do when you arrive will be readily apparent to you. I am the refiner and the perfecter of the branches, so you should leave your pruning hooks alone. You are a manifestation of neither my love nor my unwavering commitment to you. In your heart, I have permanently etched the proverb, I am going to love you, and there is nothing you can do about it. I encourage you to show love to yourself and others. Those who have the least financial means to repay it should receive it liberally. The wounds of those who are opposed to themselves and to everything around them that they do not comprehend should be treated with the love that cannot fail, as if it were an ointment of healing. When you join the environment of love that never fails, you enter a place where failure cannot follow, and even a dog cannot follow your trail. Do you feel fatigued from constantly trying to avoid failure? Are you exhausted with the constant struggle to avoid tragedy at every turn? I invite you to enter into my love. Allow my love to fill you with who I am because I am love. Open your arms and your heart, and allow my love to transform you. All of those who invoke my name have access to this fail-safe that I have provided for them. My love is the only thing I have to offer, no matter what the circumstances are, says the Father. That is not what you have been taught, as far as I am aware. Let the fact that I am, on the other hand, speak more loudly than those who have nothing more than a history lesson to provide as evidence of my existence to you and others. Give it to me. Justify my position. By means of signs, miracles, and wonders, I shall be present to freely authenticate the love that I have for you. In this day and age, the Father says, have faith that I will operate in your life according to my conditions and in my time. When it comes to your life, I do not have any backup plans in place. It is not possible for me to provide any consolation awards for Plan B. Please do not argue away your own blessing. I will never be late, and I will never arrive with unfinished answers or solutions that have been watered down. Due to the fact that you are not flawless, the adversary has projected that you will fail. As a result of your failure to complete things correctly, he makes fun of your intentions. According to the Father, as I was crafting your destiny, I took into consideration the imperfections that are inherent to your humanity. However, I do not look at performance, rather, I look at a heart that has been refined by my hand. I will let the strain of the situation to be transferred to me. Stress and pressure can make you feel tempted to settle for less than the finest. Due to the fact that I am bringing the dreams of your inner self into existence, the Father assures you that you are not destined to experience disappointment or disillusionment. Put your faith in me and work with me. Please allow me to complete what I am doing. Establish a harmonious relationship between your spirit and my sound, which is resonating with authority on the inside of you. You are about to be delivered at this very moment, as this is the hour, the day, and the season. Put your faith in me, and move forward if you want to win. As of today, the Father has made it clear that there is no room for negotiation with the adversary of your soul. The concessions that the adversary is requesting are just the beginning of his depredations into your life. He will continue to do so, up until the point where he has everything that is near and dear to you. He will not stop or give in. His destruction of dreams would consume all vision and hope, and he is the one who would do so. That is not going to work. I am not going to accept anything less than the complete and utter destruction of the enemy's strategies and plans to defeat them. This is not a compromise. Accept nothing less than what I have promised you. Do not accept anything less. The Father tells you that you are entitled to everything. Your life, your possessions, and the people you care about are all mine to give to you today. I am aware that this is not what you have been instructed to do, but I am stating that there is not a single person or a single thread of fabric that will be abandoned as a sign of submission to the Dark One. You are able to have everything. In order to provide for everything that is related to life and godliness, I created provisions. In the words of the Father, all means all. Put an end to making preparations for the losses you believe will occur tomorrow. Begin to assert your control over the adversary and the ideas of defeat, sadness, and loss that he is painting in front of you like an image. I have not planned this out. Have faith in me. Listen for my voice. Take action when I give you instructions. In the end, you will emerge victorious. Your reward is guaranteed to you. Today, the Father tells us not to be afraid for anything. At no point will I abandon you. You will never be abandoned by me. There will never be a moment when I will fail to provide for you or safeguard you on any occasion. You have been designated to receive the exceeding blessing. In the kingdom, there is no room for compromise or compromises. What is it that you would like me to do for you? In the name of my sovereign grace, I am using today to accomplish for you what you are unable to accomplish for yourself. It is both who I am and what I do that I am. You must put your faith in me. Take a moment to slow down and wait upon me in this circumstance. Despite the fact that you are unable to improve the situation on your own, you have the ability to make it even more difficult for yourself by cooperating with the Dark One's plan for your life. Fear is the response he wants you to have. He wants you to be in a state of panic. He desires for you to react with rage and to vent your frustrations on the people who are in your immediate vicinity. Wait upon me while you remain still. You are completely submerged in the yes and amen of my promises, which I have made to you. It is not denial to delay. The time that has been set is drawing near. You have my support. As you breathe in through your nostrils, I am here, and I am even closer than that. Even at this moment, I am enveloping you in my arms and providing you with comfort. Take a deep breath in and then exhale. Your safety is guaranteed. In your stead, I am acting accordingly. The reason I went to the cross is so that I might be a part of your life and the circumstances you are going through right now, right this very moment. This day, the Father says, you should anticipate the manifestation of my hand that will deliver you. Today, God tells you that the gloomy view that you perceive in front of you does not truly reflect reality in me. I was not taken aback by the situations that you are currently experiencing. It is not the case that I am currently perched on the throne of heaven, wringing my hands and pondering the ways in which I will proceed. Put your faith and your expectations in me to an extent that has never been seen before. Your life will reveal that I am a trustworthy person. My promise to you is that I will never abandon you or leave you behind. My assurances are not being put to the test or put under pressure by the challenges that life presents to you in this circumstance. Your peace should be found in who I am and in the things that I have promised. Putting your trust in me and knowing that I am striving to will and to perform my good pleasure on your behalf is something that the Father encourages you to do even from this very moment. I am going to turn things around for you and bring you to triumph, since today is the day and the 24-hour period. Hear my voice moving across your life today, says the Father, and I am speaking to you today. When I speak, I am able to communicate the essence of my kingdom. The assault that the adversary is making against your life is stopped by my words. For it is via my voice that my kingdom is brought to you. A hearing ear has been bestowed upon you so that you can receive your deliverance as if it were a package from heaven. In light of the fact that I have a voice that is both forceful and expressive, I am releasing my sound in your circumstance today. Today, listen to my voice and respond to it. Hearing and speaking are both abilities that I have bestowed upon you. You are commissioned to speak in the earth what you hear from my throne, therefore you must do so. After you have opened your mouth and let go of what you have heard me say, the words that I have spoken to you about your life will take on a tangible form in the soil. My voice is the way by which you will be delivered and blessed, and you are the conduit through which my speech is communicated. Open your mouth, says the Father, so that my sound can be released throughout the world. I am breaking through the situations and circumstances that you have been praying me for, says the Father. My sound is breaking through them. Please make it possible for my voice to be heard in the world today. The sound I make is a communication to you. Your ear is amplifying my sound, and your mouth is broadcasting it to the rest of the world. My voice is so loud that it is obliterating the sound of the adversary as well as the whisper of the accuser. Even on this very day, the Father says, make a decision in your heart to be the conduit of my sound into the ground, and you will see the triumph that you are seeking become real. Have you ever thought about translation as a mode of transportation? The Father asks you these questions today. Despite the fact that you are unaware of it, you have already encountered it more times than you are aware of. When it comes to you, miracles are not the exception but rather the rule. I have manifested, am manifesting, and will continue to manifest a consistent rhythm of my miraculous interventions in your situation. The flow of the fullness of my spirit has manifested, is manifesting, and will continue to manifest. I do not blast a drum or exclaim, "Watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat." The most profound acts of the miraculous that are occurring around you will come without fanfare and frequently will not be observed until a later time, despite the fact that you will be the primary recipient of it. When people question you, "Where are the miracles? Where are they?" you should never apologize for their lack of belief or doubt. Instead, you should say something along the lines of, "You are looking at a walking, talking miracle right now. Make a demand for what I promised in my word that I would perform next, and open your mouth wide to do so. Because I am constantly laying down manifestations of the miraculous, the exceptional, and the one-of-a-kind, the Father assures you that you will not be let down. Your soul should be crying out, 'Lord, please open my eyes so that I can see what you are doing today.' In this day and age, the Father wants you to take advantage of the resources that I have provided for you. I am pouring out my Spirit onto you like a gentle rain and a sweet honey from the heavens. I invite you to savor the sweetness that I offer. My love for you is so complete that you can taste it and know it. Love is unfailing, as the Father has stated, and love is the essence of who I am. Love is present inside you as a result of the presence of my Spirit working within you. My love for you outlasts all of eternity and extends to depths that are beyond comprehension. In the words of the Father, there is nothing about myself that my love will keep as a secret. Please take it. Take a deep breath. Take advantage of everything that I have chosen to bestow upon you today. The Father advises that you should never act out of love. Always remember that leaving love behind is a step toward failure and disappointment, so you should never leave love behind. When love is not returned, all that is required is love in return, and you should know that I will immediately and completely compensate you for your actions. Those that adore you are you. In our relationship, eternity encompasses the limited humanity that we all share and is realized through love, the fullness of blessings, and closeness. The Father continues, "Come away, my beloved, and allow yourself to be lost in my love for you even up to this very moment. I am the God of battles," the Father declares in this day and age. In addition to being who I am, I also act in that manner. In the event that you were to go through life without the protection of my hand, it is not even remotely feasible. Do not be afraid. You must not give the adversary the opportunity to undermine your faith or your bravery. You are immune to any assault from hell or onslaught from the adversary that may possibly be successful against you. You have been encircled by my person, and I have assured you that you will be protected in my everlasting embrace. Despite the fact that I am an old man, the Father informs me that neither my eyes nor my arms have become feeble to the point where I am unable to save you on this day. Put your trust in me. Believe in me. Inquire of me. Just ask me for whatever it is that you want, and I will see if I am not able to melt the skies and come down in response to your cries. As a mother, I take great pleasure in protecting my children from danger. According to the Father, I take great pleasure in bestowing blessings upon people to whom you pray. In order to determine whether or not I will not demonstrate my delight to save, heal, and deliver, you should call their names. These names include the names of your children, your loved ones, and even those who are in your immediate community. According to the Father, the angels are competing with one another for the chance to participate in my plan for your life. The Father says this today. In the domain of angels, you are representative of a brilliant assignment. Through your prayers that are filled with trust, you have requested a minor war to take place in the sky. The angels are eagerly anticipating the day when they will be able to spill the blood of my adversaries, and they are preparing their swords and sealing their shields in preparation. It is not necessary to be concerned about the timing of things because the rumbling of chariots is getting closer to you on this day. Jezebel is shivering tentacles because she is aware that she has no more time left to work her sickness in your life. The fierceness of the war cry of angels is causing the air around you to split, and the tentacles of Jezebel are trembling. You will emerge victorious, declares the Father. I am the one who always leads you to succeed through your confidence in me, so rejoice and know that I am the creator of your success. At this moment, the Father instructs you to get the heart healing that you have been praying for. Take advantage of the emotional healing that I am doing on your spirit right this moment. According to the Father, I am healing and renewing you for the goal of fulfilling my purpose and my delight. Those who have rejected you may believe that they have abandoned you, but when they get to their destination, they will discover that I translated you there before they arrived. It is not appropriate to be either dismayed or outraged. Had they been able to make a different decision, they would have done so. You should be aware that I have prompted you to make a different decision with regard to the people I have placed in your way. Say to yourself, no one is disposable. In your heart that yes, I display the fullness of my unconditional love in the world. I am making you my garbage collector. Yes, says the Father, one man's trash is another man's treasure. I am making you my trash collector. I have called you to be a son of fresh oil, the Father says today. It is time for you to empty that which came forth from the oil press that was used the day before. In the course of your life, there are fresh olives that are just ready to be pressed into fresh oil. Remove anything that was sufficient the day before from your horn. During this day, I will provide you with oil that will free you from the shackles of servitude. It is only the oil that I offer that will illuminate the way that lies ahead of you, says the Father. The anointing that I possess does not let me to turn back or withdraw from the conflict. Today, allow the new oil that comes from the anointed ones who stand before the Lord of the entire earth to provide you with the moisture that you need in your spirit, man. You have experienced the piercing and have pondered the question of what was taking place. Nevertheless, I was merely making accommodations in order to provide you with what you have been pleading with me to give you. According to the Father, you have said in your heart that you would not be content with anything that is less than the authentic version of who I am. Even on this very day, I am going to cover you from head to toe with things like that. I invite you to rejoice and go forth, says the Father. It is an oil of joy and an oil of healing and deliverance that can be used to every affliction and oppression that the adversary brings about. I am going to demonstrate to you today the distinction between credibility and anointing, as the Father has instructed me to declare. If you want to realize your potential and achieve your destiny, you have been advised that you must align yourself with males. In order to fulfill the requirements of this task, you are required to identify yourself with the ministries of the influential people on the mountain of religion. As soon as you heard this, it did not sit well with you because my spirit was recoiling from the manipulation and religious politics that you witnessed taking place. When compared to the honor that comes solely from God, why would one choose to pursue the honor that comes from man? To be cannon fodder for the wars that men wage against each other in the rivalry of religion is not what I have called you to be. The Father continues, I have called you away to seek my face and know what it is to experience my hand on your life. I have called you away to seek my face. The Father adds, I have not touched you because you were honorable or qualified. I have decided not to touch you. Because I am a God who is sovereign, I have anointed you, even though they did not believe that I would. I have complete freedom to do anything I want, whenever I want, and I do not need to consult anyone about it. What the Father says is that you should fill your horn with the oil of my Spirit. It is my intention to make you a tree that is rooted in the favor of my throne and that is full of the sap that comes from my presence. According to the Father, this is a brand new experience. You are being drawn away with me so that you can pour out of who I am to those who are the least expecting to see me move in your life. I am bringing you away with me. If you are looking for a penny from heaven, the Father tells you not to do so because I am not that picky. As you approach my throne, I will not place my hand over the heavenly treasures that are in my possession. My hand has already moved to pour out a blessing that you are unable to contain at the very moment that you ask me for anything that is required and essential to your existence. What the Father has to communicate is that the time has arrived when supply will no longer be a source of diversion for you. I will bring forth the manna from heaven that satisfies your requirements in the same way as I brought forth the manna from heaven that fed the massive number of people who were living in the wilderness. I am that manna, says the Father, and I cannot keep any good thing from you any more than I could withhold myself from you. I am the manna. That is not what you have been taught, as far as I am aware. When it comes to denying and withholding my declared promises from your life, they have asserted that I have some higher purpose in doing so. In any case, who are they? Were they willing to sacrifice their sons in order to fulfill your requirements? The sons of men have the audacity to make themselves dependent on the kindness of my hand. It is the Father who tells you to open your lips wide. It is about time that I give you a heart that is full and a belly that is content. You will have sufficient resources to fulfill your requirements, and you will have extra left over to provide for others who rely solely on you for nourishment. If you extend your hand to those who are below you, I will extend my hand to you in a generous manner. Because I have chosen you to be the conduit through which I will bring blessings into the world, I am putting my glory in your life.